for the useless news.
Useless news.
Right here on the Big Dumb Fun Show. Venkman reporting.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Venkman. This is the Useless News, brought to you by tonight, the flu. It's catching on. Catch it today, the flu. That's right, folks. It is the flu season. You get the flu about this time of year. Stop acting so surprised. It's the flu. It happens every year. 5 people were injured in an accidental shooting at a U.S. gun show on Saturday. A 12-gauge, speaking of, 12-gauge shotgun discharged when its owner presented his weapon for inspection at the entrance to the Dixie Gun and Knife Show in Raleigh, North Carolina. Birdshot pellets hit a woman in the right side of her torso, and a man was hit in the left hand. A third victim was a retired sheriff's deputy. He was also hit in the hand as well.
The guy brought the gun into the gun show.
They were checking it. They were like
loaded with birdshot.
No bows, no blades, no guns. So it was loaded with birdshot. He presented it for inspection, and apparently the way you inspect a rifle at a gun show
is
you just pull that damn trigger and see if it goes off.
Is it cocked?
Cock, lock, and ready to rock. Police are questioning Gary Wilson, 36 years old, but told the paper that the shooting was accidental and it was just too early in the investigation to decide whether charges will be filed.
Do you think he shot the people in the booth next to him?
From what I understand, this happened right when he walked in to the gun show.
Oh.
Like, if you're going to bring a gun to the gun show to get it appraised or whatnot.
The first thing they want to do at the door is make sure it's not loaded.
Let's just make sure these guns are not loaded. I'm surprised that more often than not, people aren't shot at these gun shows, but I think it is also telling because of the executive orders. You're going to read a lot more stories about anytime anyone accidentally discharges a gun, it's going to make the news. Like, just plan on the next the 2013 accidental discharges and children firing guns and all that is going to be like the number one story in America.
Have you been to a gun show?
I have not, no. Mainly because those people really weird me out. The people that know, like someone that knows something about cars, I'd never go to a car show because those people just really know too much about their hobby.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, a good deal. Give me a 30-06 with a scope on it. Got a Ruger. You got a Ruger with synthetic stock. You know, just like they know everything, and I'd rather go to a Comic-Con.
Over the holiday, we went to Cabela's.
Yeah.
It's a popular sporting goods store.
Nationwide it is, yeah.
Hunting. They actually had it wasn't an archery range, but they had like a room that we went in and we fired a crossbow.
God,
which
that's awesome.
Was so cool.
Yeah.
Like they had this crossbow, they had a thing to crank it to cock the thing.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, just make sure you aim it at this particular target that was like a big, huge, thick piece of like styrofoam or whatever with a target on it, right? Because he goes, that bolt will go right through the wall.
So, no pressure, but if you miss the target, you could kill someone.
And I didn't mention that I had eye surgery.
The showdown on Saturday, that shut down the entire show on Saturday, but they reopened on Sunday.
Of course.
The only weapons that were already in the building will be the only ones allowed for sale. In Indianapolis, a 54-year-old man shot himself in the hand by mistake when he was loading his .45 caliber semi-automatic while walking back to his car at a gun and knife show. He was being treated in the hospital. Police say they did not expect to file any charges on that. In Ohio, a gun dealer at the Medina Gun Show was taking a semi-automatic handgun out of his box when it went off, and a single bullet wounded another man in the arm and the thigh. Everyone, of course, very lucky to be alive, but
are they still that much of an enthusiast about guns after being shot?
If you're a gun
at the gun show,
if you're a gun enthusiast,
come on down to the gun show.
Let's be enthusiastic about unloading those guns. You're making yourself look like an idiot. A Florida woman, speaking of,
how about the bulletproof vest show?
They all look very stocky. A Florida woman no longer has her left thumb after her boyfriend bit it off while driving her to work. So the boyfriend, let's set the stage, driving his girlfriend to work. The on-again, off-again couple were arguing on the commute to work. The woman pushed her boyfriend's head. He responded by turning and biting off her thumb. That is a hard bite. Like to bite right someone's thumb right off.
You know, that's a heated...
You've got to be really mad.
Or hungry. That was a heated argument.
He bit it off and then spit it out on the floorboard. So not only did he bite it off and he wasn't freaked out about it, he's like trying to go for distance.
I wonder if he got it at the first knuckle or the second.
Oh, God. Yeah. Where did he teach me to stick your thumb in my mouth? Police say that he has confessed to the attack. The woman is treated at a hospital, but they were unable to reattach her thumb. Her boyfriend has been charged with aggravated battery. He's being held in a clear-walled cell that allows for constant supervision of inmates who think that they may harm themselves or haven't been cleared by the mental health staff. They were in an argument. She shoved her thumb in his mouth, and the guy's probably driving. I think in any instance, we would all bite that thumb off, right?
I don't know if I might chew on the nail a bit. But that's because I'm a nail biter.
Let's say that's just your foreplay.
But
let him chew on your nails, honey.
You know the complication to this story?
What's that?
He's going to have to spend the rest of his time in this relationship helping her tie her shoes.
She's never going to be able to, like, hold a cup of coffee.
It's going to be, you know, you try to write a paper and hold a pen with no thumb.
They said it's an on-again, off-again relationship. If it
so's
comes
the
to,
thumb.
If that's not an on-again. But if for some reason they get back together, do you think he's going to have doubts about sticking anything in her mouth?
I would.
Yeah. God, the good thing is she can fit into smaller gloves now.
Yeah, and if they go to the movies, they can't give a movie 2 thumbs up.
Oh, poor movies. 3 Colombians whose Laurel and Hardy style burglary plan included speeding off on an elderly donkey. That's right. You pull a huge heist and you try to get away
on a jackass?
On an elderly jackass. The trio slipped through the roof of a shop in the Caribbean town of Juan de Acosta, pilfered a buffet's worth of rum, sardines, rice, and other victuals, and carefully loaded it onto the 10-year-old Xavi, the donkey. Perhaps annoyed at being awake at 2 a.m., Xavi began braying like a donkey would. Can you give us a good donkey bray?
Yeehaw!
The thieves took off when the cops showed up, abandoning the loot on the donkey, and all the swag was returned, including the noisy donkey. Did they also try to steal the donkey?
Wait a second. So they were pilfering a buffet.
Much like you were at the inauguration.
Well, but I didn't
last week.
I didn't bring my donkey.
Well, you brought Elliot.
But
Tony Treehole in the chat room says that our gun story said that the most important detail about that story was that it was on Gun Appreciation Day. My name is Vankman. That is the Useless News on the Big Dumb Fun Show. Submit your own stuff to the show. info@BigDumbFunShow.com or Facebook.com/TheUselessNews.